Okay, so this is part four in the Importance of Tradition mini-series. Part one was about hunting and the importance of that tradition in my life and how it's shaped my life and how I continue on with those traditions with my boys, and hopefully they will carry on with them, into their future. And hopefully it's something that continues on in our family for generations to come. In the second part, we discussed, the events around us getting our Christmas tree because, there's a lot there. And, that's another very important tradition for my family. And there's some interesting little tidbits there that I thought would be, worthy of discussing and that maybe people would find interesting. And so that was part two. And part three, I discussed, traditions, the fact that, we lost my mother. And when that happened, it was very difficult that next year, going through the holidays, and how these traditions that we have, especially with people that we lost, how important that is to carry on with those traditions, and even potentially create new traditions, in their memory, so that their spirit can live on, through the traditions that you've, had in your family. Um, and I just find that to be very, very important. And I think that, the traditions in themselves can be used to help cope, with loss when it happens, and then dealing with that first and every holiday season after that. And so this one is about the New Year's portion of the holiday, and it really is a fairly newer one that's very much still in its infancy, and we are still creating, the all the little tidbits that make a tradition rich. I mean, the foundation is laid for this one. Here in the last few years, we've been making it a tradition to get together at my brother's house. He lives down in around the DC area, and we're all kind of spread out now. So um, we all get together down there a few days before New Year's Eve, and we stay until New Year's Day or the day after. And so it's nice because it gets us all together again. And if you are at all familiar with my story, or you've listened to, uh, any of the other ones here, um, you'll know that we lost my mother at 60 years old to a massive heart attack, completely unexpected. It flipped our worlds upside down. It changed our lives forever. And, we've all been slowly trying to put back the pieces ever since. And, this new tradition of getting together at my brother's has really been instrumental, I think, in helping repair, you know, our souls from the damage that was done from these losses. Because not only did we lose my mother, uh, 3 days later, we lost my aunt to Lou Gehrig's disease. And with this one, it was a little different. We did know that the day was going to come eventually, but the timing was obviously uncanny, happening 3 days after we lost my mom. And then on top of that, we lost my uncle, her husband, within 4 or 5 months of that. And so, just a devastating year for my family. And it completely changed the dynamic of our family and the holidays in particular. Because, previous to this, we would all get together, and there's just so many great memories around the holidays with everybody together. And now, my family has taken such a hit that there's not many of us left. So, this new tradition, it ensures that we all pull back together at least this once, throughout the year. If it's not at other points throughout the year, this one time, it allows us to make a point to get back together, to get our children together, which is very important. And so for this reason, uh, this has quickly become, a tradition that's very special and means a lot to me and my family, and one that we very much look forward to each year. And so with this one, there's not a whole lot to tell about it besides that, you know, getting together and making a point to get together is the biggest thing with this, because my mother was absolutely the pillar of our family and in many ways held it all together. And, she kept things much more tight knit and closer than what it seems to be now. And so, because of that, I just find this to be very important, because we've made the point to, at least at this one time a year, to get together, to get our kids together. Like I said, not that it doesn't happen periodically throughout the year, but we all have our own lives and we're spread out, and so it is difficult to get together as much as we would like. So in that way, it has been a blessing, and so. But anyway, just some of the things that we do in this tradition. The kids all do a gift exchange, and the way that we do it is they all pick a name, and so the kids are all providing gifts for their cousins. So they each get a gift for each other. And then the adults, we do the same, but we put ours in a pot, and we do the elephant game then, which ends up determining who gets what gifts. And that has been fun, playing that in the years past. And there's been some great gifts that have come out of that. So, that's something that we very much look forward to down there with this tradition every year. And then just being together again, because like I said, in the past, my wife and I would always have a Christmas party at our house, and so everybody would get together there, and it was just such a nice time. And now that doesn't happen anymore, this allows us to pull everybody back together, and it's just nice to be together over the holidays, and to be able to begin to talk about some of those old times, the good old times again, and some of these memories that we have that in the past it's been just too fresh and recent to talk about. And so, it's just nice sharing those memories together again. And then my brother, he is a Traeger enthusiast, I guess you could say. And so he takes his smoking of meats very seriously. And so while we're down there, we eat very good, we drink very good, and we sleep very good. He always makes some banging food on that Traeger. Usually it's either a big slab of brisket or a big old slab of beef or some smoked wings, or smoked chicken halves, or just whatever it may be. Maybe even venison or salmon in the past. I can't remember exactly, but it's always good. And so that's part of the tradition. He cooks while we're down there, and it's always amazing. And then he also makes one hell of a espresso martini that we all look forward to when we're down there this time of year. And so, it's just a good time. I try to bring some local beers from here with me down, so that he can enjoy some of that, because we have some local breweries here that are some of the best, and he obviously can't get that where he's at. And so I try to bring some IPAs with me when I go down, so that he can, taste what's new up and around this area of the woods. And then, like I said, it's just the main thing is just being together, enjoying that time together again, like we used to. And Yeah, and in the years past, the weather's been much more favorable down there. Where we're at here, it's typically freezing cold, and you want nothing to do with being outside playing. But down there, at least last year, I remember we were actually out back in his yard, playing cornhole and had a little fire going, and just a really nice time. And so, yeah, this tradition has quickly become one that is very special, that holds a special place in my heart, because I am the oldest. And so, um, it makes me feel good being able to get together with my brother and sister and see all the kids together. And for that reason, this tradition has become very special to me, and I think to everybody. And just due to the nature of everything with our situation, I felt it was worthy to be talked about. And so that's why I chose this as one of those important traditions as well. And so, part of the reason I did this series is because I would love to hear about your traditions as well. And I know it's a new channel, still not getting very many views yet, but if you are somebody who happens to stumble across this and you listen to it in its entirety, I know you have some traditions of your own, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would throw them in the comments and share it, and hopefully that will spark off a chain reaction of other people feeling comfortable with disclosing some of their traditions. And if you're like me, I think traditions are fascinating, the history of them, and just, there's so many traditions that just have such a rich underlying history there that I just find it very interesting. And that's the reason why I felt to do a little mini series around traditions here, because I do believe that they are important. And again, I would love to hear yours. So that's all I got for this one. Hopefully you will check out the other ones in the series. And until the next one, I'm Brad Casper. This is Casper's Corner, and Casper is out.